Hey y'all, welcome to Cooking with Coach Amy. We are gonna make a supper, which I don't do very often, but I'm gonna try to do more for you guys. This is the Cheesy Chicken Spaghetti Casserole. And be honest, I was gonna make this live in my Buds and Blooms cooking segment of the kitchen demo that I do each week for them, and it just didn't work out. So I'm gonna make it with you guys, share it with them first, and now you're seeing it. Okay, so for the chicken, what I did is I just had some thawed boneless, skinless chicken, and I put it in one of my family size pans with some chicken broth, and I just steamed it up. There were some chicken tenders, and then there were also larger chicken breasts, and I just cut those up. As you can see, they're different sizes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna process them in this Ninja food processor attachment to have shredded chicken. Okay, so that literally took just a few seconds, and what we're gonna do now is get the chicken in our dish. All right, we're gonna measure out 5 cups of this chicken. I just wanna do that. If I have any, there's a big old piece right there. We're gonna set her to the side. If I have any left over, I can save it for something else. Looks like we might have a little bit. This is a 4-cup measuring, so I'm just gonna fill it to the top. And actually, guys, I think this is perfect. No extras today, that's all right. Okay. So we've got our chicken in here. The next thing that we're gonna do, it calls for trim healthy noodles, which I actually have a bag from a very long time ago. I doubt that they're bad. It is what it is. I have been using these with no problem. So I'm going to show you guys how I use the trim healthy noodles. It wants 4 single serve bags, but I only have 2. So I'm going to supplement this with zucchini spirals. So I just have a bowl, then with a colander here. So we're draining the liquid from the bag. Since they're not selling these right now, you can purchase any cognac noodle that is on plan. Be careful, just read your ingredients. Some of them have off-plan things like starches and fillers like that. So you just want, for instance, this is purified water and cognac flour, and this does have a little oat flour in the THM one. So that's what we're looking for. Miracle Noodles is a great brand to use. And what I'm gonna do is rinse the bejeebies out of this. That's one of my favorite words. That just means we're gonna rinse it really well. All right, we have rinsed this really well. It instructs us to use kitchen shears to cut the noodles because they are rather long. So we'll just use our kitchen shears to do that. If you're doing the Miracle Noodles, you would probably need 3 to 4 packs as well. You could also use a spaghetti squash. You could do zucchini noodles like I'm doing. Lots of ways you can do this. Okay, so we're just going to mix this over here. It actually puts quite a bit in here, guys. You might even be fine with 2. All right, now we're gonna spiralize that zucchini. All right, we're simply gonna cut the end off of our zucchini and then put it in the spiralizer and let it go into the bowl. You could even do it right over your dish over here if you wanted to, whatever floats your boat. I probably will use kitchen shears to make these noodles, these zucchini noodles, a little shorter. This thing does come with an end cap, but I don't have it handy right now. So I'm gonna stick a fork in the end of this to continue turning it. Just be careful if it doesn't hit the blades. All right. That one done. Oopsie daisy. We have a great garden going in our yard, so excited, and we actually had our first couple of zucchinis come through. These 2 were store-bought. If I'd have known that our plants were making zucchinis, I wouldn't have bought these, but that's okay. almost there. Okay. Use my kitchen shears once again, just to cut up the ribbons of zucchini we've got. This will add us a good non-starchy veggie to this meal. So that was 2 trim healthy noodles, or you could use 2 cognac, like Miracle noodles. I'm sure there's other brands out there, but these are the ones I've used. And then I have 2 spiralized zucchini. I'm gonna mix that through. The next thing that we're gonna do is a can of Rotel, which is tomatoes and green chilies. And we're just going to kind of spread the love on that. Yes, I'm just using my hands. It's all good in the neighborhood. All right, so we're gonna set this to the side, and now we're gonna mix up the sauce. I'm gonna use the same food processor that I did for the chicken. And we're gonna be using cream cheese. So this is definitely not a dairy-free recipe, girls and guys that may be watching, but not everybody is in that situation. Okay, so we've got our cream cheese is going in. Our broth, and I need to get a little measuring cup. How much are we doing? Just a little bit. Okay. And then our seasonings. This is salt, pepper, paprika, chili powder, onion powder, and garlic powder. And I already have that measured out. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get that mixed up. All right, we got that processed together. Doesn't that look delicious? All right, what we're gonna do is just scrape this mixture using a spatula onto the top of our chicken, cognac noodles, zucchini noodles, and our tomatoes and green chilies. It is a bit like a paste. That's all right though. All that off. This smells so good. I know my kids are gonna be happy to have a good home cooked meal. They've been a little few and far between lately with all the busyness of the end of the school year and all that. And I'm getting hungry. I do already have my oven preheated and it's ready to go. A little bit more. Really thinking that I need to spread it like this, but now the mess that it's making, I don't know. It's okay, we're getting there. Here we go. I'm gonna spread the love. The cream cheese love. We're also going to do, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do about a cup. I'm reducing this. It says to do 2 cups, but I'm only gonna put a cup on the top of the casserole in the beginning, and then I'm gonna do a cup after it bakes for a while. So the directions say to use the cheddar there, and then we're gonna mix it in, okay? And then whenever it has baked for a while, we're gonna come back and put some more cheese on top. So let's just kind of get that mixed in. Do a little folding action here. I didn't read ahead. I mean, do y'all always read ahead on your recipes? If you do, then you are doing great. Doing better than me. We get it done though. Gosh, this smells good. I don't know, Bella, have I ever made this before?
Not that I know of.
I don't think so. I've been doing a lot of recipes lately that I have not done before. I like to stick with the ones I know and love. All right, guys, that looks delicious and it smells good, and we're gonna get it in the oven. My oven has beeped, so let's get it out. Oh man, this thing is legit, y'all, for sure. Now remember, I reduced the total amount of cheese from 3 cups to 2. So we mixed it in, and now we're just gonna top it with a little more. Super yummy. Okay. All right. gonna set the oven to broil. And put this back in until it is, how does she put it? To make sure all the cheese is golden brown and bubbly. But make sure it doesn't burn, she says. All right, so at this point, I realize I don't have any sides made, so I'm gonna get started on that. So I just went to my freezer to see what I had on hand. I had 2 bags of asparagus spears, and I have some sweet peas. Now, this is a little bit more of a carby veg, so if you're wanting a true S, definitely don't have a full serving of this. In my opinion, a half a cup has about 7 grams of carb. I would say if you did just maybe a quarter or so of sweet peas, as a trim healthy mama that's wanting to be losing weight, we just don't want to overdo the carbs in these kind of veggies. It's a little more carby than others. This is totally fine. The asparagus, we have zucchini in there. If you wanted to do some freshies or a side salad, you could do that as well. But I want to show you how I make my asparagus. This is just frozen asparagus spears. I'm just putting it in this pan. Super easy, friends. I do not measure. I'm just gonna drizzle some olive oil over the top. Oops. I'm gonna do some salt. Nutritional yeast. Generous on the nutritional yeast. You wanna do some pepper, you can. I don't ever worry with it. Then we're gonna get some minced garlic from my fridge, and I just kind of sprinkle it over the top of the asparagus, get some of the garlicky juice as well. And then I use tongs to toss it as it cooks on the stove top. So I'm gonna walk over and get that done. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do are these sweet peas. Let me see if I have any scissors. I do, glory. Just gonna get these heated through. It's a big old bag. I'm not gonna do all of them. We'll save those for something else. I'll get some water to put on top of the peas. All right. Put a little salt. You wanna put a little pepper on there, you can. And I'm just gonna put these on my stovetop covered and just kind of stir them every now and then, make sure every now and then, make sure they get heated through for our family to enjoy with our cheesy chicken spaghetti casserole. And I'm also gonna saute up that asparagus, and I'll show y'all how it all turns out in just a little bit. Y'all, it's so beautiful, and the sauteing asparagus smells delicious. Had to pull my hat back a little bit. Look at this. It looks just like chicken spaghetti. Oh my word. Let me turn all this off. Y'all, like for reals. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. All right, friends, let's get this dished up. It is legit. Yum. I think I need a little bit more on my plate. All right. I'm gonna bring the asparagus over. You could add Parmesan cheese to this if you wanted to. I'm just gonna get a few spears for my plate. Put that back over on the stove. Oh, I guess better leave that. And I'm gonna probably add a cucumber or some other freshies. I'll do a little bit of the peas, but probably not too many. This is an S meal. Everything that I have done so far is S, except for those peas. They're a little carbier. So that can be your family's carb source to make it a crossover for them. If you have growing children and that kind of thing, maybe children, husband that don't need to lose weight, having a crossover consistently is super wise because you don't want them to get hungry either. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. Make this, it's super delicious. I did try a little bite earlier. Before I cut this, I was on the other side over here, y'all can't see, but it is yummy. Highly recommend it. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Be sure to subscribe for me. I'd surely appreciate it. Bye.